Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about the challenge, Vendettas, season 32, episode 3. Let's talk. OMG. So everybody's hooking up this season. People got love boos, people making out, people got connections. You got Johnny Bananas. He hasn't made out with somebody on the challenge in years now. Now he's single and he's after Natalie. He got Natalie all up his you know what. And so, Corey was hooking up with Alicia and, and they were together and before they got onto the challenge. But Corey, was at the challenge and basically he had to go to the face off and he was going up against, Nelson. I'm like, damn. So it already started. Corey is out the game. He loses. It was a terrible loss. Nelson couldn't kick. Corey kept over kicking. The ball was set on fire. There was it was like a soccer match. They had to be the goalies. The ball was on fire and had to kick it and score. And so neither one of them could score a point. And so then they had to do sudden death. And that's when there's no goalie and you just kick the ball and, Nelson kicked the ball and got it in and Corey had to kick the ball afterwards. And if he missed, that means he was eliminated. And he did miss and he was eliminated and he walked away without saying bye to Alicia, without hugging her, giving her a kiss, nothing. He just walked away like, damn. So it seems like Alicia tying herself to Corey was a bad mood, a bad thing. She should have never did it because they should have kept the relationship under wraps. And so they didn't. And now she is the butt of everybody's jokes and she is a target. And Johnny Bananas has her on her way out the house. And also, she's just a target right now. It's like, damn. And it's terrible. But anyways, we're going to talk about, the second, the second episode of the challenge, season 32, where, when the trachea, whatever that's called, when they meet up, and the three judges are there, basically the three teammates can actually, they put the people up and then basically they have to plead their case to the three judges. And the three judges was, I believe it was Goss and who else? And Brad and also Johnny Bananas. And Corey was up. What is that other guy's name? Victor was up and Tony was up. And it was so funny when Tony was talking crap. He was like, Brad is acting like Don Corleone, like this is from The Godfather. And then his eyes is as the size of a moon. He was like, his eyeballs is the size of a moon and looking all crazy and shit. And then, Brad got his eyes all popping out and everything. And Tony has disdain for Brad. I think Brad had got beat up on one of these seasons. He got beat down. I believe it was him. I'm not sure. I didn't even check before I did, the video. But anyways, I thought that was interesting how he described, Brad eyeballs. Imagine, I haven't seen Brad in years. He's going through a divorce. You know what I mean? And now he's hooking up with, who is he hooking up with? He's hooking up with, what's her name? Britt. He's hooking up with Britt. Britt wanted Hunter last season, but Hunter wanted Kayla. So Britt and, Brad are hooking up. And boy, this is a bad look for Brad's, ex-wife, or he's going through a divorce or something like that. Watching him hook up is like terrible. So, and now I'm just like, yo, I'm glad this part is happening, that we're finally getting to see people hook up, mess around and all this other stuff, because everybody's basically single. They have new people on from different shows and different countries, and basically it's turn up season all day. Only person that seems like that won't be hooking up will be Veronica. You know why? Because she's unattractive and she's terrible in the way that she did, Anissa, accusing Anissa of lying on her, accusing Anissa of taking advantage of her. No one wants to hook up with you because you'll be quick to say somebody raped you and throw them under the bus. So anyways, I'm not happy to see Veronica back because she was trifling and shady towards Anissa. So anyways, Corey is going home, and then but there was a twist, and the twist was when you win, the challenge or whatever, an elimination round, you are able to get a grenade, and the grenade could be cash. You can add time to somebody's to their score or to whatever challenge that you're doing, and you can also be on the board of directors. You can also be on the trachea or something like that, the trachea or whatever. And Nelson won that, and Nelson chose the $5,000, and I was like, damn, Nelson chose the $5,000. I would thought that, but it was a good idea for him choosing the $5,000 instead of being on the board, because it's a girls' elimination. So basically choosing the trachea would be, choosing the grenade for, to be on the board of the trachea or whatever, as when, there's a possibility that you can go in for elimination. Then, also putting time on somebody's score is good too as well. But if you're not going to go into the trachea, because either it's a girl's elimination or it's a guy elimination, it's a good thing. But if you keep going into an elimination round and you win, you have a lot of power with the trachea. It would be nice, with the grenade, it would be nice if you could, add, you can use the grenade when you want to use it. What if you don't want to use it, but you have to use it in the next elimination round, and let TJ know. It's good to see TJ back. So anyways, I'm just like, damn. So Alicia's being treated like crap. And so now we are going to another elimination. Basically, they're on top of the water, and they have to put hashtags on the opponent's pole or whatever. And then when they're done, tap the pole, and then your time stops. And basically everything's going good. Everybody's doing good. So, but all the scores, like, the guys had 2 rounds, the girls had 2 rounds. Their scores, whoever came in first, second, and third place will be up on the slideshow. You can see it then. But you know what pissed me off is having Nicole throw Alicia in the water. That was grimy and dirty, and she felt like, since none of the guys, since Banana doesn't like Alicia, let me take advantage and throw her in the water and have her disqualified. And it's just like bullying, it's just like picking on her, and I don't like that. And Nicole, I thought you was kind of cool, but that was grimy. You had no reason to do that. You had no reason at all. You're not going in, but you just felt like she is a target, so why not pick on her? You should set a better example being a fireman. But anyways, we see Alicia has been hooking up with Melissa, but Melissa is only hooking up with, Nicole, because she's trying to use her vagina to get around. She's trying to use what her assets. She's trying to use what she has, what God gave her, to make sure she aligns with the strongest players. And we know that don't last forever, because ask Veronica, sometimes that does not work. So, but then Alicia and Natalie are actually playing like they're cheerleaders and think they should be cheerleaders. And so Melissa does like some type of kick in the air. She cut her feet, and she's not able to play and the hashtag, elimination or round or whatever, because she's injured and she cannot fall into water. So that automatically means that she is going to be going into the elimination round. So she messed up. I know she wished she would have never did it before. I know she wished she would have never did that kick in the air. And so now after, the elimination or the hashtag round, challenge, the top 3 players, the people that won, that got the fastest time, is Devin, Natalie, and Bananas. Go figure. And so right now, everyone in the house is saying Banana's running the house. It makes no sense why they give Banana control, because they're all scared. If everybody was against Banana, he couldn't win. So, and I also don't understand why the rookies are not, sticking together and working together, because the vets or the people that have been on the challenge are going to target you guys first and then target each other. So why won't you guys try to get out the vets? It doesn't make any sense. Or at least pretend like you are trying to align with the vets, but be in line with, the rookies, because you guys don't really stand a chance, because a lot of these people have relationships. And Natalie's only doing good so far is because she is actually hooking up with Bananas, but she has not had sex with him. I don't know if she had sex with him or not, because you know how Banana is. He knows where the cameras are. He knows how to get it in without the cameras watching him. And Natalie thinks that she's running the show right now. She thinks she's big boss. At first, she said she didn't want to align herself so close to Johnny Bananas, and she wanted to play a different type of game. But then she won. And, Johnny Bananas was like, yo, go talk to some people, go rally some troops, which doesn't mean anything. And I think her going to rally troops didn't really do good for her, because Veronica don't like nobody, and Veronica would turn on anybody in a heartbeat. And Kayla felt like when Natalie came to talk to her that it was almost like a threat, and she doesn't respect her for that, and she feels like it was inappropriate and was a waste of time. So why do that? I don't owe you shit. That's how Kayla felt. And so, Cam and the rest of the rookies, they believe that, Natalie's not going to throw them in because they had some type of relationship. But if she's in line with Johnny and she's a terrible person like Johnny is, and I don't know how she was on Big Brother, but right now, she has experience with relationships with people and also eliminating people at the same damn time and playing mind games, so she might actually be good for the game. But it was funny how she didn't go talk to Kara. Why didn't she go talk to Kara? Is she already cool with Kara? Because I don't remember Johnny Bananas being cool with Kara. So I guess that's how she's playing her game. And then we have Kara actually having sex with Kyle, right? Is his name Kyle? There's so many different players from different seasons. I mean, not from the show that I watched. So who did, okay, Kyle. Yeah, his name is Kyle. So she hooked up with Kyle. But first, Kyle was hooking up. No, he didn't hook up, but he kissed Maria or whatever. So Marie also said to Kara that you can go have Kyle. You guys belong together. And she said they're both like, but before, Kara and Kyle actually hooked up. And then also Kyle being a snake, Kyle also saying to Corey that, hey, listen, I got your back. If you got my, Corey going to him, talking to him like, we'll have your back. And he had a handshake and he said, you don't say my name, I won't say your name. And then he actually lied straight up to Corey's face, which, he shouldn't have did. He should just said, nah, man, I'm just gonna probably go with the board, whatever the trachea says, the trachea says or whatever. That's what he should have said. But yet he lost some integrity points, and he seems to be a fake and a liar by just sitting there lying to his face. He didn't have to lie. He could have just said, I'm pretty much gonna go with what everybody else is gonna go with, but yet he lied and threw Corey in. So that tells you that his word is not his bond, and he is a liar already. And right now he's cool or whatever, so they better hope that they can play, because the vets will be coming after them. And another reason why I'm reviewing this show is because Daryl is coming back, and a lot of vets are coming back at the end or at the middle part, so I can't wait to see them come. The cast that they have now, I'm not too keen on everybody, but I guess you already know who I want to win. I would like for Leroy to win, please. So out of the girls, I don't know yet who I want to win, but we'll see. And so, Natalie's going around campaigning or whatever, so it is what it is. But I think she did some disservice to herself, especially going after the rookies, because the vets really don't respect her, because they're thinking that she's aligning with Johnny Bananas, and they might be a little bit of jealous of that situation, because Johnny hasn't aligned with a female in a long time, and he hasn't put that, he hasn't declared that this girl is protected. So she might be a target, or the other females could be afraid to target her because they know that she's running with Johnny Bananas, and everybody in the house right now says Johnny Bananas is running the house. It's like, damn. But I don't think Brad is gonna let that happen. I think Brad has something up his sleeve, but we know Brad sometimes can get ahead of himself and makes mistakes, and sometimes he takes things too personal, especially his beef with Tony over Twitter or whatever. But it seems like Kara, Brad, and Devin are definitely going to align up in some way, and they might invite Veronica in or not. I don't know where Zach stands right now. Tony, he's just a man for himself, but he's thinking that he's aligned with, Tony. I mean, Tony thinks he's in line with Johnny Bananas in some type of way, but now he has to realize that, he's really not. But he probably like closed a blind eye to it because he didn't go in. Corey actually went in, and Nicole. I don't know who Nicole really is cool with other than Melissa, and she is, competition for the other girls. So we'll see how all this plays out. And Marie is just being quiet. I think Marie is kind of aligned with Kayla. So we'll see what happens. But, when, the board of the trachea meets, it's Devin, it's, Natalie, and it's Johnny Bananas, they actually put in 3 black girls. Of course, it's like every time these seasons start or whatever, any black females that are playing, they always get rid of them at the beginning. Why did they have to pick 3 black females? Why? All the black females they had to pick, they didn't even try to, mix up the board or whatever. They just put all the 3 black rookies in there. And that's the same thing that happened in the Dirty 30. That's when Jenna put all the black girls up there for elimination. And that always happens on this show in the beginning. And a lot of people don't call out like some of the racist shit that be happening, some of the dirty shit that be happening, because I be watching other people reviews and they basically praise every player. They don't call out them being dirty, nasty and shit like that. I'd be like, yo, you didn't see what this person did. You didn't see what they did. It's just like, whatever. So anyways, Shane, I was surprised to see Shane scared as well, and see Kyle scared too as well when it was on like that beam to put the hashtag on top of the poll. But the winners, Devin, Natalie, and Bananas, each get to split $25,000. And Veronica's not too happy with Natalie because, she's feeling like Natalie thinks she's running something, and you know how Veronica gets. And Kayla's not feeling Natalie. So Natalie might have some enemies, but I think Nicole is actually cool with Johnny Bananas. I think they have like a little something going on. And Zach, I think Zach is just trying to figure it out, because I didn't finish watching Champs, Stars versus Champs. I didn't finish watching it, so I don't know how that ended. So I got to watch it and see if Johnny Bananas and Zach are cool, or you guys could just drop it down in the comment section. It would be greatly appreciated. And basically, that's it. I'm just going to have to catch up on these people's names and who they are. So anyways, peace. I'm out. One love.